Laura, this crowd behind me is waiting to get into the Ted Nugent concert. And in fact, earlier this week, County Fair Board officials told me they expect Nugent to bring in one of the biggest crowds to the county fair in the past 20 years. Lights start flashing in the vehicle behind you, so you pull over and prepare to have a chat with an officer. But first tonight, we're going to start things off with that breaking news out of St. Cloud. There is a heavy police presence at Crossroads Mall after multiple people were stabbed. Pine Island superintendent is hoping for the state to step in and provide equalization aid. This is well known for its patio, but this was actually voted the best seat in the house because right next to the kitchen, not only can you see the food being made, but you can also see it as it goes out to the customers. Imagine Kutsky, which helped organize this event, is setting up in Forager Brewery right now. And one of the things they're setting up are these maps that people can actually draw on. We're also told there are several cameras throughout the dispensary, which is set to see its first patient on Thursday morning. Now that'll happen after the Office of Medical Cannabis makes a tour throughout the space tomorrow. Still to come, it's a rescue you have to see to believe. Coming up, we'll bring you to Rush City, where a symbol of American freedom was rescued by an American hero. Get this, 70% of Americans are saying they plan to work as long as they can. And for those who do have a retirement goal, just 13% say they plan to retire in their 50s. Fire crews on the scene here tonight just confirmed to me the fatalities were a 25-year-old woman and a 2-year-old. Here's the catch. Since the bond referendum passed, farmland values across southeast Minnesota have come down 15, 20, and in some instances, 30%. And this weekend, kids got a chance to soar thanks to an organization that has helped millions of kids experience flying in an airplane. Just a heads up, the Waseca Area Community Food Shelf was saying that they are accepting donations, anything from produce to non-perishables. We know it's cold here. I assume it's much colder in outer space?
Yes, the temperature of space around 455 degrees below zero.
Okay, so we have
Fahrenheit.
it pretty good here.
Yes, we have it pretty good.
ABC 6 News reporter Megan Stewart has been following this investigation for weeks and joins us in studio tonight with new information.
The unsafe levels of lead were detected more than 10 years ago. And in the past 2 years, it's unclear who's been overseeing the sites where that lead was detected. When our ABC News investigation aired last week, a man reached out to us saying he made a startling find.
Sure enough, there is a filter there, and it does have a date on it.
Michael Staudinger says this is the water filter under a kitchen sink at a transitional living facility at 2118 Campus Drive in Rochester. According to the date on it, 3-14, it hasn't been changed in 2 years, even though on the filter it says it needs to be changed every 5 months.
It's not right that they know about the lead problem. Why should they not take care of the issue as far as changing filters? That I don't understand.
The site is also home to the Juvenile Detention Center and is one of the many buildings known to have unsafe levels of lead in the water from corroding pipes. Another site, the prison.
Some of those flyers for Let It Run came down, but they're going to go back up.
A union representative for the guards at Federal Medical Center told us last week that some of the signs warning people of the lead at the prison had come down. The Minnesota Department of Health tells us these incidents are unacceptable, and it's now calling a meeting with stakeholders, including Rochester Public Utilities, Olmsted County, and Federal Medical Center, to remedy the situation.
It's actually scary when you think about it.
For Staudinger, he says after he found the filter hadn't been changed, he decided to move out of the living facility. But he still worries.
How many other places within the Rochester community have a lead pipe issue?
The state health department says its meeting with stakeholders will be in the coming weeks. Olmsted County tells us it's still gathering information on when the filters were last changed, but it does say it had signs warning of the lead levels at the facility.
I need you to come get Aaliyah, please. By the trailer parks on Marion.
Kaylin Polk says the man shot was her child's uncle.
He was gonna watch my daughter while I went to class.
She'd just spoken with him on the phone, then she heard the news he died in a shooting.
Of all people.
Out of all people, him.
Another person with an apparent gunshot wound was transported to the hospital. Investigators are still piecing together what led up to the shooting Monday afternoon at Parkside Mobile Home Park.
There were many people out and about, including small children in the area. at the time of the shooting.
Witnesses told us a group of people had been playing basketball just before several shots were fired.
We heard 2 shots at first, and we heard about 10 more, and then all of a sudden we hear, we had 3 black guys running through our yard, and one of them said somebody got shot, and my husband tells me call 911, so I'm on the phone with 911, there's a fence back here that I jumped because I'd seen feet on the ground.
Davy Ford Pierce Doer says he tried to help the victim, but was too late.
He did not say anything. His eyes are kind of rolling in the back of his head.
As of Monday night, the suspect was still on the loose.
A Hispanic male, wearing some sort of bandana over his face.
Leaving the neighborhood on edge.
I'm concerned, my mom's concerned, my whole family's concerned because what if this happens again tonight after everybody leaves?
While the investigation continues, one thing that is certain is the victim will be missed.
We have the same tattoo, O and B, only my brother, and it's a certain plate, and we're just a family. That's how tight we were.
He was out here trying to do the best for himself and his family and his crew, and that was their whole goal, to get into college and get a good job.
At Zest Cafe, ask an 8-year-old foodie what you should order.
The manchego. It's definitely my favorite.
I'm not sure what that is, so let's try again. So what's good on the menu?
I like the cheese plate because that's really the only thing I've had.
Sounds good.
With Spanish cheeses and burgers with foie gras, Zest is making a name for itself among the food elite. But don't be intimidated by the menu items.
I don't know how to pronounce them all, and that's okay. I just want to eat them and taste them, and they're amazing, and I want everyone to experience that. So no need to be nervous. Just come on in.
And for those who've never been, here's what the regulars recommend.
Pizza.
The fresh mozzarella is really good, the foie gras is excellent, and the fired oven pizza is really, really good.
When we come here, we always get the tasting menu because it's just an adventure every time. We don't know what we're going to get.
Another insider tip.
Zest is well known for its patio, but this was actually voted the best seat in the house because right next to the kitchen, not only can you see the food being made, but you can also see it as it goes out to the customers.
It's exactly like how I like to eat. It's not a lot of food on the plate, and each bite is amazing and changes as you go through a bite, and that's really what I love about food.
And as one of the top restaurants for foodies in America, it definitely has unique food served in a unique place where 8-year-olds and adults can try something they never have before.
What's your favorite restaurant too?
In Rochester, yes.
Megan Stewart, ABC 6 News.